Hey everyone, welcome back to GG Haven. My name is Dev and we've got an exciting new video for you today. Today we're gonna go over a really cool and innovative Asta Black Clover deck, which Ron, who is on call with us, he's gonna present to us and we're gonna walk through it. But before we go through that, Ron, tell us more about yourself, introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Ron. Some of you may know us in some of the Facebook communities. Been playing UA since inception in October. Really got into it a little bit before that actually when I learned about it in Gen Con, and I found out that there was already a Japanese meta, so I wanted to try to get into that just to understand the gameplay and the flow. So,
Yeah,
and then I found out they had Black Clover, which kind of led me to excited to get into UA once we get our version. So
true, true. Awesome. Okay. What is the thing that draws you to UA? Like what got you into UA immediately?
so I to me it was the format, the game style format. It was very easy to pick up. Even more, I wanted my middle son to really understand how to play it, and he picked it up. So we kind of went back and forth with some demo decks, and we really enjoyed it. And I found myself kind of wanting to be more competitive. Um, my other friends didn't know about it; they didn't really get into it. So I started getting back to local game shops, and because of my career lifestyle, which I travel all around my state and out of state sometimes, I'm fortunate enough to visit other local game shops around the U.S. actually, so it's kind of nice. So
Wow.
when I do play test my decks, I mean, I get a variety of uh, test test times with
Yeah, yeah.
different people, different cultures. So it's kind of nice.
Awesome. And so your biggest achievement l- happened very recently. So you tell us what was that achievement and what deck did you take to that event?
So I started with that competitive side recently with Gen Con regionals, and found myself not having too much luck, but I didn't give up on that. And I said, I need to get back on the horse. So I decided to go to Dallas, which is right after that. And I wanted to get into the main event, but really struggled getting into it. So I said, well, let me get myself on the wait list, arrive there, do what sign up in person, see what I can do.
Yeah.
But it was tough to get there. But I was lucky and I got into a couple side events, Saturday and Sunday. But leading up to the Sunday event was my probably best accomplishment in this game I've had, and I ended up winning the side event, the 64-person side event on Sunday,
Wow. That's
and I
amazing.
went undefeated with this hybrid Asta that I put together
Wow.
myself.
Awesome.
Literally, it was yeah,
No, I'm
it was
excited.
surreal. It was definitely a surreal moment.
No, congratulations once again. Again, it's a 64 player side event, so it's obviously a big achievement, right? Topping, going undefeated, that too in all of the rounds, right? So it's definitely not an easy feat. But now, this hybrid Asta is something you're talking about, right? Let's go through the deck list. Show us the pieces of this deck list. Let's do a quick
Yeah,
dive into it.
yeah. Absolutely. So a little background. This deck actually started as the Noel Mimosa deck, but I found it. I love the synergy, but I found it needed a little bit more push and oomph. And I took out a couple key things that I knew that I wanted to replace and put Asta and some base resource cards to go along with it. So this is actually how I came up with it. So, all right, we'll start with the usual suspects, your zero drops, right? So I start with three of the draw one, discard one, just
Mhm.
for filtering reasons. I don't know.
Yep.
Can you see that okay?
Yes, yes, that's
Okay.
good. That's good. Yeah.
So I start with her, and then I followed by four of the Mimosa
Yeah.
drops because she's my synergist, so to speak, in this deck. And then the main guy here, Mr. Asta
Yeah.
himself. So four of the zeros.
Got it.
So this is my four zeros. So I play with about 11.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough draw in this deck that I actually didn't have to worry about playing more than 12. So
Fair enough. Yeah.
And for my color trigger, I went with Lieb. He's a
Yeah.
3K body. It's nice that you can draw off him and then put any card you want at the bottom. But he's a
Yeah.
2-drop for 3K with a color trigger. It was definitely better than the 1-drop Noel, in my opinion. So I went with him.
That's true. Yeah.
hmm And then I had a hard time with this. So I split the 1-drop Asta.
Ooh, just two of.
Yeah, just 2 of, and then 2 of these Noels.
The draw one
And
Noel?
crazy enough, these guys put so much work. It was so nice to have Noel just, as a 2K
Yeah.
instant draw, 2K body that was, fodder to the raid Noel and all my event cards that you're going to see shortly. So,
Wow.
and then the big stars here, the raid cards.
Yeah.
I'm playing with 4 Mimosa. Sorry about the
Yes.
glare.
No, that's good. I can see the cards.
So,
Yeah. 4 of the Mimosa. Wow.
Yep, 4, you raid, you get the
Yeah.
draw card immediately. You can play an event card that costs 2 energy or less for free.
For free. Yeah.
So there's times where I draw from the top and it's a spell I can cast, and it sometimes it just keeps going. So
I mean, you could pull out the Valkyrie armor and play the Valkyrie armor for free to
Yep.
give that 2-drop Noel, make it a 4K force block.
Yep.
Yep.
And even with the other event card, the All-Knowing Priestess.
Yes.
Which to me is one of the best event cards in this deck. So
Yeah.
We followed that with the 3-drop Noel, the double energy generators. I kind of have these organized differently.
Yes.
But active trigger, step, 3K, just bridges the gap, because you always want to try to keep 5 in your backline.
100%.
So if you do draw into the Asta, that you can raid right off from it.
Yep.
So then my other double energy generator is the other Mimosa. It's nice because you can bring any red event card. So your specials, you can bring your finals right back to hand, and you can just pitch. She's a double energy. She's raid fodder for the raid Mimosa.
Yeah.
So it worked out real nicely.
So for this Mimosa, I had a question. So do you pitch any card and then you can take back an event card? Is that how it works?
Yep.
Okay,
You can pick up any event card as long as you place any cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. Yep.
Okay, got it. Wow.
Oh, sideline. Sorry, you sideline 1.
Okay, yeah. Oh, basically you replace the card in your sideline. Got it. Okay.
And then this one's gonna be an oddball one.
Yes.
1 knock.
Oh, just the 1 knock,
One
right?
knock. Just a 1, because I wanted to keep the curve low, and I almost traded him for another All-Knowing Priestess, but he has won me literally almost 2 of my games during the tournament because of the 1 pickup. He was able to make my lead a 4K body.
Yep.
Where I would just push him, attack with him, put the card underneath him, beef him up. He becomes a 4K side by side with another 4K. He comes in active. He draws me another card as well. So it worked out.
So he's a 4/2, comes in active. When played, draw a card, and then you can take a card and tuck it under your Lieb, right? Or tuck it under an Asta or a Lieb.
Or Asta or Lieb. So now I have a 4K, a 35, and a 25. Raid fodder, and it works sometimes just right from the get-go. So it's quite nice when I really needed a side-by-side 4K body, which led me up to choosing Lieb. So here's the other star of the show. I went with 3 Noel Silvas.
Wow.
I didn't want her in my opening hand, but she was definitely the finisher of the game.
Of course.
In fact, one of my toughest matches was against Roy Mustang, and I ended up beating him on account of one small detail, and it's this ability: if you have 2 or more event cards in your sideline, anything 3K or under can't block him. Well, he had a nullify impact Roy Mustang ready to block my guy,
but that's only to 2K.
Find out it was it's only a 2K. So
wow.
He couldn't block it. And then it just hovered right over him.
Wow.
So he was anticipating that it would be similar to the Valkyrie armor, except Valkyrie armor is 2,500 or under.
Yes.
So that little bit miscalculation helped me kind of win that game, and it was a very close game. So And lastly, our star of the show, our 5-drop Asta.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
this guy has been so dynamic.
Yeah.
You play him I play him in the back. I leave him in the back. He comes off from the life trigger, kills somebody on their turn, creating momentum for me, similar to like landing into a special. So imagine getting hit with a special and then lift an Asta only to be able to raid in the back and then remove another character on their end. So it gave me that stretch.
Yeah.
So it's actually it did me well in my finals match with that actually happening as well. So and that was against the Sukuna deck towards the end. So
Wow. Really,
and
really
Mhm.
cool deck. Like this is without the event cards, and it's already explosive. Now we see the most
Yeah.
important pieces of the of the deck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the most important pieces, of course, are the event cards,
Yeah.
and it's really what inspired me to make the Noel Mimosa deck initially.
Yeah.
But I wanted the synergy with the Asta, so
Yeah.
this card right here, Sea Dragon's Lair,
Yep.
caused some confusion with
Yes.
my opponent
Okay.
because what happened was I played Sea Dragon's Lair on Noel, and then I played Valkyrie Armor after.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew that I was going to force block the person and remove her guy and take a life, right? Well, when it came down to her turn, she didn't realize Sea Dragon's Lair lingered until the start of my turn, protecting her. So
Yep.
when she went to special her, it negated, unfortunately, the spell, and the judge
Yeah.
watched it, and he's like, well, you already played it. You can't take it back.
Yeah, you can't take it back.
So
Yeah.
this actually helped me in my finals match.
Wow. Wow.
Unfortunately for the other person. So my other favorite card definitely is the
Oh
All-Knowing
no.
Priestess.
Yes.
The one
Yes.
that this 2-1, look at the top two. 9 out of 10 times I'm drawing a Noel or a Mimosa
Yeah.
or a 2 energy event card.
Yeah.
Goes straight to your hand.
For and
Right? And then
for
best
free,
of all,
right?
yeah, for free because
Yeah.
you can restand your AP after
Oh
if you were able to
wow.
land on. Yeah.
Nice.
So if you imagine all of these cards here,
Yeah.
if I land on any of them, doesn't matter what the energy cost is, goes to my hand, and then I can restand an AP again.
Wow.
So the synergy is crazy with this.
Mm-hmm.
It just helped. Draw one, play her, pick another person, use another AP. It's like playing a final
Oh,
with
true.
this
Yeah.
card,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
with a
With
draw
a card
effect. So
draw. Yeah.
with a card draw, yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's amazing. And lastly, of course, this right here is to me one of the
Yes.
best removal for this deck.
Yep.
It really took me to a different level, even with just these fodders here with a 1500, a 2K, or a 3K.
Yeah.
Adding that extra 2500 got me to the 4K I needed. Force block. It was so good.
Yeah.
Because as long as you time it carefully, you can remove anything in that person's deck. In fact, my last swing was with Noel and this Valkyrie armor, so
Wow.
it worked out so good with
Yeah.
this one. Even though it's not a regular spell that you would just remove a character in a sideline, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it was so versatile.
No, like
And then of course, I finished with the finals. So
yes, of course. Yes.
yeah,
Like looking at this deck, one thing is very apparent that you have your 4 Valkyrie armors as your removal, your 4 Astas as your removal, and your 3 Raid Noels. That also is a force block, so it's removals, right? So
Mhm.
you have
Yep.
11 removals in this deck if you think about it,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, and that's why I kind of cut her down because I
Yeah.
didn't want it in an opening hand, but I
Yes.
knew she'd come in late enough where I would have already at least 4 event cards,
Yep.
which you see quite frequent because if you think about it, between the Wells draw, the 4-leaf draw, the 4 Mimosa draw, and the knock draw, you're drawing tons. Oh, and also the All-Knowing Priestess.
Of
You're drawing
course.
tons of cards in this
Yep.
deck. So,
Actually,
oh, and Noel solo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Correct me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot to mention. Your Mimosa, your 3 Mimosas, your double energy, bring back the Valkyrie armor. So technically, you have 15 removals in this deck.
Yeah, you can.
Oh my
You sure
god.
can. Yeah,
Wow.
she can bring back any event cards as well, as long as you pitch one. So
Wow.
yes, she's another one as well that you can do.
Wow.
There's so much. At first, when I played this deck, I knew I felt overwhelmed
Yeah.
because I didn't know all the different facets. Like for example, like the one you just said.
Yep.
Thinking about those and those instances and how to apply them during the match seem overwhelming, but this was I knew this was a deck I wanted to carry, and
Yep.
I felt like I should have done that in the first place, and it was like a
Yep.
last minute call from a buddy of mine, and
Yeah.
it definitely worked out.
Awesome. No, I'm really happy. Thank you for showing us the deck. This is very unique. We're gonna do something cool now. We're gonna do rapid fire questions so that we
Mhm.
can really see how your matchups went and everything else around with this deck. Okay. So number one, if there was one card you would remove, one play set of cards that you would remove from this deck to replace with something else, what would it be, and which card would you replace it with?
Like the only thing I could think of is the knock for
Yeah.
even an additional all knowing priestess. It just
Yep.
keeping my hands full each time, knowing that I can respond. It's just so nice because I tend to play more reactive with this deck versus super aggro like most decks in the meta.
Yep.
And in doing so, I kind of let my opponent fatigue their hand and all their spells. I mean, one time I got down to 2 life and I came back and ended up winning, all because I kind of, stayed complacent, and then I just
True.
dropped my Asta in time and let the combo hit itself. And next thing you
Yeah.
know, I just took you there.
Wow. Now tell me, which card would you say is the most important card in this entire deck?
Oof, that is hard.
Or which combo? Let's go with which combo do you think is the heart of this deck?
Oh, okay. That's a very good one.
Yeah.
Definitely Mimosa.
Yeah.
Mimosa leading into All Knowing Priestess. I
Yep.
mean, it just opens up doors. You're drawing cards, you're getting more card, you get another restand AP. It's a must, which is the reason why I wanted this so bad. If knock wasn't such a
Yep.
useful in the end. Oof.
I know. Also, next question. Which deck do you think has the toughest matchup against this deck? Like which deck do you think your deck can easily win? And which deck you have the toughest time running this deck?
Um, hmm.
So who's your easiest and toughest opponent as a deck?
Believe it or not, one of the toughest I thought I would have a hard time was originally Renji Rush.
Yeah.
Because I started out a little bit slower, even though
Mhm.
I can get Mimosa out in turn 3, but it actually was my easiest match. And in fact, my third opponent that was undefeated as well, when we were both 3-0, she had a Renji Rush as well, and I ended up like just I didn't feel like I had any difficulty. I
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
what I had to wait on,
Yep.
and I just kind of sat back, and anything in front of me, I just kind of threw as a blocker, and then the rest, I just kind of took the pace back after she ran out. So that was definitely my easier matches. As far as the most difficult match, for sure was the Roy Mustang.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just tough because they're seeing as many cards as probably as me. They're removing left to right my
Yep.
small guys, even sometimes without having to pitch a card because of Riza and the
Yep.
Roy combo. But that was tough. So I had to really be careful of how I put in the front to bait his guy, and then for me to react after that. So
True. True.
that was my closest match for sure. If it wasn't for that particular rule
Scenario,
with
yeah.
Noel I told you about,
Yeah.
I would have never got that last life.
Wow. Damn. Yeah. No, the close matches are
Mhm.
always good, right? Are always tough, but when you overcome them,
It-
they feel so satisfying.
oh my god, it felt like my finals match, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
Oh wow. Okay. Next question. Do you have a plan B with this deck when things don't work out? Like let's say you're going towards the Noel route, Mimosa route, but
Mhm.
let's say if it doesn't work out, what is your alternate win con?
So when Noel and Asta doesn't work out,
Yeah.
I switch to my smaller bodies. My
Okay.
knock lead combo
Yeah.
becoming a 4K. My Noel Silvas with the small Silvas using a Valkyrie armor is just for me my backup removal. I mean, coming in early, especially with the 1-drop Asta with the step,
Yeah.
and then putting right away at the front, especially if I go turn 2, it's nice ping damage here and there. It was just pacing myself out. The longer I draw out the game, the higher chances my chance of winning actually in this deck. So that's why I thought at first the aggro was going to be the toughest matchup, but lo and behold, it was the other way. So it actually so Noel Silva, big time with the Asta. If I don't, I use the smaller Noels, the 0, the 2, and the 3s, and they work just as fine.
Okay.
Especially when you hit this,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
becomes
yeah.
she can actually remove Lancelot, but she becomes a 550 500 force blocker.
Of
That
course,
on
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
turn you can step back as another energy
Double
ramp.
energy, yeah, for sure. Okay,
Hmm.
last deck related question. Do you plan on using the new Asta that just released or implementing that in your deck anyway?
I'm currently am trying to test this, especially with the Kenshin set,
Yep.
because Kenshin is quite tough.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm trying to figure out how I can stay a little more. Um, just because the double attack is rough, pushing my characters back can be tough. When I'm trying to keep 5 energy in the back, so at least 3 cards in the back,
Yeah.
maintaining that is a little tough because when the force push, as I call Kenshin, comes in for red, uh, it can kind of ruin my curve a little bit. So I have to kind of pay attention to that. So I'm just adapting right
Of
now, and I think this is still a strong contender. In fact,
course.
I was so glad to hear some people were still running Astas.
Yep.
And in fact, I don't even have the 3-drop implemented at this yet. So I haven't even gone that far experimenting with the 3 double energy generator that just got released. So
Yep.
now I believe it's legal now, right? Or
Yes, it is. It is. It is.
right?
As of right now,
Yeah.
it's legal.
So I'm looking to test that out. Maybe test out a different sequence with the event cards, even, but definitely, still staying in here, keep the flow, because
Of course.
that's the strength of this deck is really the synergy.
Yeah,
Being
yeah,
able
yeah,
to
yeah.
go back to back, casting stuff for free, extending your AP is the biggest thing this deck can really do
Yeah.
for us.
I feel like you've like concocted the numbers and the play sets and how many of each type you want to run to perfectly curate that
Yep.
perfect package that would work with this deck.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, if you think about it, this is the only non-active trigger cards are these 4.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, sorry, these
Oh,
guys
fair,
right here.
fair,
Yep.
fair. But still, they're non-active, but they provide so much of the value with step and when played
Oh
draw
my
a card,
god,
right?
so
And
much,
then the 3 cost when played take an event card. Like there's so much, right? So they're providing
so much,
immense value, right?
so much,
Yeah.
so much.
Okay. Now, as someone who's played Black Clover and is a huge fan of the Black Clover IP, what's the biggest mistake you think newer Black Clover players make? Like, what advice would you give them?
Playing it aggro,
Yeah.
because a lot of this, as you can see, has a lot of removal, right?
Yep.
And if you put everything up in the front and just try to remove the little guys that doesn't matter, then I feel like you're kind of wasting your resource. And then you give your opponent an opportunity to react to your mistake, so then you're playing catch up. So playing Asta, for example, in the front and just sliding him uh, is something that I actually don't do as much with this deck.
Mhm.
I usually will raid him, keep him in the back, and I push everything else in the front. So if I need to later in the game, he ends up becoming a solid 4K body for me. So that's one of the things I notice people do. Is just try to go to aggro with a deck that's more, I don't know. I want to say it's more mid-range control as well too.
Got it. Got it. And then moving on, how do you see this deck evolving and standing up against future sets that are coming out, such as Kenshin just came out, or Kaiju coming out, or SAO Volume 2, and then later on we have sets that have just released in Japan, but the meta hasn't been evolved for like Evangelion or solo leveling. How do you feel like this is gonna solo leveling's hard because you haven't seen the cards, but for other things, how do you
Yeah,
think this deck is gonna work out?
I think this deck will still do its thing. And
Okay.
the main focus of when I played this deck was play my style. Try not
Yeah.
to worry about so much what my opponent was doing, but play my style, because
Hmm.
it's the only way I can overcome what they're doing, because I can't control what they do. But I think the deck, unfortunately, right now there's no volume 2 backup,
Oh.
but I think even as is can
Yeah.
still do quite well.
Yeah.
So it's definitely in my thought of running it in the next regional, I'm able to take advantage
I
of.
mean,
So
there is Canada in 2 weeks or Orlando in a month and a half, 2 months. So, something to ponder and think about. Will we see Ron and his hybrid Asta at Orlando? All right.
yeah, I want to represent, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
definitely
for
something
sure, for
I
sure.
want to keep alive.
Okay, talking more about community, what excites you most about the Union Arena community as a whole? With you, basically, like you're one of the pioneers and forefronts of rallying the Union Arena troops together. You're literally standing there with a pail of water who's turned a small sapling of a community into a big tree. How do you feel about the community?
Man, the community is growing so well. So many smart people, content creators, judges. I mean, there's so many bright ideas, and I love that we're evolving. I mean, there's
Yeah,
so much that we're trying to keep up, but I think we're adapting quite quick because everybody's looking already towards the future
yep,
of the next set. I think there's more excitement, especially now that we're seeing more competitive side of UA, which I really love that. I hope the
yeah,
frequency increases. And I think 2026 lineup is already just insane. And I think it actually, as I'm watching all the people joining our community, even it's like it's increasing by a lot. They're
yeah.
definitely can't wait to see their favorite franchise or IP come in and really take part of this and change the meta. So yeah, I think we're definitely we're exploding. So it's
Yep.
kind of nice seeing that. The momentum is shifting now.
That's awesome. I echo with you completely. Like the Unitary community is so helpful, so nice, so pleasant to work with, to play with, and just be an overall part of it. Like that's how you and I met, right? We're part of the community. We just
Hmm.
didn't even know. We were just
Absolutely.
sitting next to each other building Gundam at Gen Con, and we ended up becoming like such good friends, right?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
but
Oh
it's
man.
I know I'll
Well,
never
and that's
forget
the
that
nice
moment.
thing too, right? We
Yeah,
build a lot of new friendship, and I love that
yeah,
along
yeah,
the
yeah.
way.
Of course.
Meeting Matt, meeting you. I
Yeah,
mean, just a lot of my other friends from my locals. I mean, it's been nice. It's been a
I
nice,
know.
definitely change of pace in my life.
Yep. Awesome. To end it off, Ron, is there something you want to send out? A shout out, a send out to all the fans? Anything you want to say before we close off this deck profile?
No, just keep the grind, keep the content creating. Keep the excitement alive. I think based on our feedback, I think Bandai hopefully, with all the surveys, receives those feedback that we give them,
Yep.
and they just keep building on. And I feel like they're trying to do their best with that. So I'm really looking forward to get more of the competitive side, and hopefully to see you in nationals, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, just hearing, I think Bandai is also coming to the point where they are realizing that NA is more competitive evolved. So they're gonna be releasing, hopefully, I'm not I'm hoping they're gonna be
Mhm.
releasing more of these competitive sets because I feel like the more competitive sets come out, the more product is
Mhm.
going to be in the market, the more bigger the competitive scene grows. So I definitely think yes, Panda is doing the right thing, and I hope like it
Yep.
just gets better and better from here.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, like I said, if you just look at 2026, even from December,
Yeah.
I mean, we have some strong titles coming. So I'm so psyched for that to come here in North America.
Yep. All right, Ron. Thank you so much for this deck profile. It was an amazing
Thank
time
you.
doing this with you.
Thanks for having me, Div. I
Of
appreciate
course.
this, buddy.
Of course, congratulations once again. Winning a side event is no easy feat, and topping it,
Yeah, my
right? Just think about it. It's 64 players, right? Just four times is 256,
I
right? So
know.
technically, if you think about it by math, you came fourth in the regional, if you really think about it. Oh, man.
I mean, it was such a nice surprise. I never thought I would go 5-0, and then let
Yeah,
alone like receive a gold card.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that was such a blessing, and I got to choose the card that I wanted, which
Yeah,
was my
yeah.
boy right here.
Yes, yes. No, it's always nice to choose what card you get, right? Yeah. No, again, you're
It was so nice.
one of the gold card holders, one of the elites. Welcome to the club. It's a very elite club.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, of course.
Thanks,
Again, thank you.
buddy. I appreciate it.
Yep, thank you. We'll be posting Ron's deck profile in the description below. We're gonna have everything related to Union Arena here at GG Haven. If you haven't checked out our latest video about LA Regionals or the Kenshin guide, please go watch them. We have done a lot of work making these videos for you. If you want to be on this channel to show your deck profile, please join our Discord and tag me, and I'll be more than happy to do this with you. But for everything else, stick to GG Haven. Thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you. Subscribe.